Today is the first day of early in-person voting for DC's primary, and there's a lot of open seats to fill for next year. Voters will be picking their party's nominee for a new mayor, delegate to Congress, and several council seats. And for the first time, voters will be using ranked choice voting for any races with 3 or more candidates on the ballot. Here to talk more about ranked choice voting is the chair of the DC Board of Elections, Gary Thompson. Mr. Thompson, good to have you with us this morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, what do voters need to know about casting their ballots using ranked choice voting? We know that this is kind of a first time go around for some voters, and so can you kind of break it down for us?
Yeah, you bet. Normally when we vote, you only vote for one candidate, and whoever gets the most votes wins. Ranked choice voting allows you to rank up to 5 candidates in DC based on your order of preference. So if there's a lot of candidates in a field, like say 9 or 10, then instead of just one person winning outright in the first round, which might only be say 30% of the votes, you use ranked choice voting, and who's ever in last place at the bottom gets eliminated. And then those voters' choices, their second place choices, get redistributed among the other candidates. And we see if somebody makes it past the 50-yard line. If they do, then they're the winner, and you keep going through rounds like that until somebody emerges with a preference, a vote of greater than 50% of our voters.
Okay, one of the questions we've been getting consistently, so voters can rank up to 5 candidates, but they don't have to rank that many, correct?
They do not. You can only pick one if you'd like. If you have a favorite and you don't want to vote for anyone else, that's perfectly fine. But remember, if your candidate gets eliminated, you may want to have a role in the selection among the remaining candidates. So mathematically, you might want to use your second to fifth choices.
And I mean, again, another question I'm seeing, you can only vote for one person if you want, hypothetically.
You can. Yeah, you could also choose not to vote at all in a given contest,
Sure.
or 2, or just 3, whatever you're comfortable doing. As long as you only vote for one first choice candidate, don't put down 2. And do it in an orderly way, 1 through 5, without skipping anyone. But if you want to vote for just one, that's perfectly fine.
Look, we know people watch as the results start to come in. Can you kind of give us an idea or a sense of when we might have, an idea of what the results look like? I know mail-in ballots are factoring heavily into this as well.
Yeah, we get a lot of mailed ballots, and we allow up to 10 days after the polls close to receive them through the U.S. Postal Service. So we're going to have to wait. But of course, on election eve, we will release all of the immediate first round choices. So everything we've received up to that point by mail, through early voting, which starts at 8:30 this morning, all the way up through election day. By that night, the first round will be released. So we will be able to see who's leading the pack and whether it looks like someone might cross the 50% line. We're going to then, in a couple days after that, we are going to conduct an interim ranked choice voting tabulation to show people what things are looking like.
Okay, look, we know the Board of Elections is really encouraging voters to essentially cast their vote in person as early as possible or cast their mail-in ballots before primary day, which is June 16th. Do I have that correct?
Yeah, I mean, most people vote by mail already, so you've got the privacy of your own home to take your time, fill out those choices. If you want to vote in person, come on out, 8:30 this morning. You can vote at 25 early vote centers. You can vote at any vote center you want. You don't have to go to a certain precinct. And because it's going to take a little time, I think, for people to stand in front of the machine and get their choices right. So we don't think there's going to be long lines on election day, but we don't want to see lines. So, please come out and vote early if you can.
Okay, last thing before I have to let you go. What is a common misconception about ranked choice voting?
A common misconception is that you're gonna, if you just put down your choice and nobody else, that's going to really benefit your candidate. And it really isn't, because whoever you put down as your number one is always going to be your number one. They're always going to be get your vote in the first, second, third, fourth round, as long as they're in the race. So, but if they're eliminated, then your second choice then becomes a live and perhaps outcome determinative choice.
It's helpful to talk through some of this because it can feel overwhelming when you're doing it for the first time, right? The chair of the DC Board of Elections, Gary Thompson, thank you so much for your time and the conversation this morning.
And thank you to you and to our election workers.
Certainly. Don't forget WUSA 9 is your home for election night coverage. We will bring you live results, analysis, and reaction as those votes come in. Coverage starts on our free streaming app at 8 p.m. on June 16th. It will continue into our morning show on the 17th. Just scan the QR code you see here on your screen to download that free app.